All right. Well, this is going to be the other stream that I'm going to upload. Just to kind of round out the. So it feels embarrassing that now I've just started to really understand the ideas of Mencius Moldbug or Curtis Yarvin. It's embarrassing. It is kind of embarrassing, but I figure I'll talk about it because I think there is, obviously there is value. I was going to say, I think there is value. Well, no, a lot of people think about it. I'm just so late to the party that, everyone else has already left and now I'm just in the room by myself. But, um, I was going to talk about inner parties and outer parties. I think it makes perfect sense. I think that a lot of the time with these philosophers, it's like it's like ordinary grug brain people like me can understand the ideas behind it. It's like the idea that, the Republican Party will always be the outer party in this paradigm. And, as it has been since, I don't know, maybe since the 1960s, I would say, even further back than that. Hell, I would say past, why not just say since the 19th century, when Lincoln was part of the Republican Party. But really, the idea of inner party, the inner party supports the progressivism. It is against traditional religion. It is against gender norms, and all this sort of thing. And this idea that we have to accept everybody. And of course, it can feed into other things. And it feed into other aspects. I'll put it that way. But I think it's very valuable information to say the least. I think that he's this video of a guy that's reading out his content and then kind of giving examples to modern day as of 2018. So not too old, but nonetheless, I think that there's still good information to take from it. I think that once again, I think the idea of the cathedral does make more sense. I have to really think about it, and but unfortunately, I think I'll probably continue to be stuck in another mindset, unfortunately, And I make reaction videos just so I can get some extra clout, so I can, that's how I get my dopamine for life at this point. It's so sad, but you know what? I admit it. I think overall there's still a lot of good stuff to cover with that. I think that the thing is that I would say that the idea of the cathedral taking part in this, and the inner party being worried and being mad and being afraid is a whole different type of thing. I think this kind of goes to the idea that I talk about, which is balkanization. I don't think that's a new idea, but I do think that balkanization will become more of a factor. And if you want to listen to the anarchists, they'll just say, well, really, 2020 is going to be like 1907 in a lot of people's eyes. That's how they see it. And that ultimately, or the 1903 revolution. And so once everything gets together and we get better people, then we'll have a successful revolution and we'll overtake everything and hoorah. Like I say, I don't think the United States is going to be as easy to take over as Russia was. I really don't think it will be. And I know that there are other things like the Kerensky, government and all that sort of thing. But I don't believe that the United States is going to be that easy to overtake. And like I say, this is where I get the idea of balkanization, where this is my evolution of the idea. And eventually, maybe I'll give it up. Like I say, I'm not super attached to anything. But I would say that, there are certain parts that progressives will take over and other parts they will not. And I could make my assumptions and make my, my very limited and my stereotypical views and be like, oh well, definitely California is gonna go to the, gonna go and become part of the, the Chinese are gonna take over that, and then they're gonna put all the commies in. I could do that, but it's like, like I say, I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm one of those type of dudes. I'm just gonna be lazy and just say, we'll wait and see. That's my lazy attitude towards it. But yeah, I think I've said my piece on that. That's kind of a short little video. Once again, 5.5 minutes. This is nice and short. You can just listen to it when you're on the toilet or something like that and just say, oh, that was kind of interesting. Maybe I'll look up, maybe I'll read some Mencius Moldbug again or watch one of the 1,000 videos that have come out already about it. But thanks for telling me about it, Uncle Thomas. That's all he did to say. Anyways, I'm going to leave that there. And y'all have a good one. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's what I meant to say. Kind of sounded rude at the end, didn't I? Goodbye. Anyway, see you later. Yeah, see you later. Chunk up the deuce. There we go.